Hello and welcome to Studentisch, your podcast about all things university, career, and life in Germany. And I'm your host, Jenny. So let's get into this, Studentisch. All right, hello. Today we're speaking with Sohaib. He's the president of Diges Wiesbaden. Obviously, first of all, thank you for taking the time to be here with us. We appreciate it greatly. Before we get into the topic for today, can you briefly introduce yourself to our listeners?
Yep, sure. Hi, everyone. Thank you for having me here, Jennifer. And I'm very, very excited to be here. My name is Sohaib, and I'm the current, city chapter president for the city, Wiesbaden. And I'm also working as a marketing and communication working student in Mainz, as well as for my age, I'm 23 years old, and I come from India, and I'm currently living in Wiesbaden.
Awesome. Thank you so much. So today's episode is about social media, which, there are plenty of aspects we could talk about in regards to social media. What do you primarily use social media for? Like, why are you the expert? Why did we invite you for this topic?
So, as a whole, for the viewers who's watching it, like people, including me, choose social media for like variety of reasons, including to stay connected with friends and family, share their thoughts and opinions. For example, I've used social media for many years to meet new people, stay informed about news, events, and everything else. Also to engage in entertainment, and there's what my field of foray lies in. And social media has also provided a platform to me for self-expression, to engage with like-minded individuals as a whole, and just, have fun. And I know some people do use social media, and I think the viewers can relate to it, that social media do provide a sense of validation and recognition through likes or comments or followers that are there present.
That is definitely true, which obviously has its ups and downs, but that's with everything, so it's fine. So we've invited you, and also you kind of hinted at it, you're an influencer. So you produce content for your own Instagram account, but also you produce the social media content for the Diges Wiesbaden account, and you also work in marketing. So it's like a lot of media knowledge, and social media takes up quite a lot of space in your life, I'm assuming. So what got you interested in this field? Like, why social media, why marketing, and how long have you been doing this?
Well, honestly, I joined like IT. I'm assuming in the year of 2017 as a whole, and I just pursued the social media not like very consistently through those years, but as a platform to just, as I said before, to meet new friends, families, and just new people, and use that platform to foray my abilities as a whole. So social media has been a life-changing tool, I'd say, because it, as you said, it takes a lot of space in my life currently. And I've used it since the early years to just put forward my passion, like whole outlook, because I'm more in the niche field of fashion. And through that, I got to know many new people, new influencers, new partners, new companies. And and I've been there since those many years. And for marketing, I've been interested in marketing, I guess, since before the pandemic, because before that, I was more into research side because I was pursuing my biotechnology course, and it was more related to COVID vaccines and everything else. But I knew that after pandemic, I had to go full mind boggle towards creativity and something else. So I just pursued my whole passion towards marketing, and here I am doing marketing and communication. So yeah.
That is pretty awesome and very impressive, because it's like two very unrelated fields, I would say.
Yeah.
So that's pretty cool. And it seems to be working out for you right now, or last time I checked, you had over 1,700 followers on Instagram, and your reels reach like upwards of 220,000 people. 200,000 would be awesome, and I think you have one or two reels that did that.
Yeah.
So how precisely did that journey start for you? Did you create the Instagram account with the intention of becoming an influencer? Or was it just something that happened for you? Like, how did all of that journey happen?
I mean, to be honest, I wouldn't say that I'm a typical influencer because I'm still an early bird as a whole, but but I really appreciate that term, influencer. A fun fact before like diving into the nitty gritty details of how I became who I am today. A short story of from my childhood experience. So I do remember when you're like teenagers and you're in a society in a closed environment, you do get bullied as such. So I had like soft bullying in school that I wasn't like good looking enough. I wasn't the way I should act. I wasn't that particular image what the society perceived me to be. So I just wanted to make that impression, just prove them wrong that I am more than what you think. I'm more than enough as a whole. And I just started my social media experience, and I started posting. I got to know myself more. I got to know what I like, what I wanted to post more about, how I wanted to pave my trajectory as a whole. And through that, thankfully, I'm very, very happy that now the reels are going to like more than, as you said, 20K reach. And it's good. It feels good to me. But yeah, being an influencer as such has a lot of responsibilities also, because there are so many followers who look up to you, and you cannot post anything that you want or just your views and not cater to the audience that you have. So when I started my journey, I just started to become consistent as a whole, and just thought that, okay, if I be consistent, if I do this, what I like, maybe I'll reach the audiences who would like to just engage with my stuff, my content as a whole. So this was like the whole journey and outlook from the childhood experiences, how it affected to who I am today. And I'm very, very happy and thankful to God also, because uh, at, there was a time when I used to pray that, okay, I want to be like this person. This is the influencer I want to be like. And now that I do make contents like that, like I'm very happy with that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. I'm really glad that social media was able to do that for you because, and I think it does do that for many people to get the sense of, okay, I'm not wrong in the way that I am because, yeah, we all probably feel that way, especially in our teenage years, that we should conform to certain standards. And if we don't, like you said, we get bullied, or even if we don't have those bad experiences, we still feel different and othered. So I'm glad it could do that for you. um, did social media also have like other positive aspects in the sense like did it create opportunities for you or friendship or just generally any chances that you otherwise wouldn't have gotten if you didn't have this reach?
Honestly, social media, I feel, is a great platform if people use it like properly. For me, it was like positive reactions from the world, because I got some collaborations, features from like various companies. For example, when I was in India, I got featured through many fashion companies, those who sell clothes, apparels as a whole. And I, it's not that easy also, but I feel if you just wear their clothes and just put their content, so they repost your content and just try to collaborate with you, and that is how I got some positive responses. Also, I received a TVC ad offer before coming to Germany. It was a big company, and I couldn't do that because I was more focused towards coming to Germany as a whole. I just arrived here because one of my goals was to be here in Germany, have that experience of study abroad as a whole. So yeah, social media has given me a very, very fortunate, pragmatic outlook as a whole. And it was really helpful to curate what I wanted to become in future.
Yeah. So it did give you opportunities, but it also was limited in a sense of like you moving away to Germany.
Yeah.
Did that like negatively impact your growth on social media at all or
So I knew actually when I was coming to Germany that I'm going to spit out fire. I'm going to just post post content because I've seen many people who are studying abroad. They just don't do anything. And because my friend, I always try to talk to my friends that what do you need, like as an audience, what do you see from my content that I post. So they used to tell me that some of my friends are going abroad and they just don't post anything. We want to see UK, for example, or Canada or Germany, but they don't get to see the beautiful aspects of the country. So I was determined that I have to show my audience what Germany is like, how studying in Germany is like, and how I am portraying as a student by living here. So yeah, it did negatively affect me at first because in what the first 3 months it was very difficult to adjust in a new environment because it's always the same if you go to an Asian country or to America or like any country. It's not easy to adjust at first. For the 3 months I wasn't that active. I just used to post like stories or something like that, post not reels, and then slowly I got accustomed to the environment, and then I started posting more often. And yeah, from negative to positive, I converted it. So you can do that too. You all
Oh
the
yeah,
viewers,
for sure.
yeah. You should definitely be consistent and not forget your roots. I'd say if you want to post something, if you have a vision of yourself seen in future or present, go for it. Just don't like it.
That's awesome. Thank you. I like that a lot. But I mean, as we all know, the internet isn't all fuzzy and nice and great and positive. There's also the flip side, meaning, I hate comments or like weird messages if it's not hate. Um, have you gotten any of these? And if so, how did you learn how to deal with those?
So cut short to, I'll take you again to my childhood experiences. The viewers might be thinking that he is just going on with his childhood experience.
Like he
When,
has some stuff to work out.
but I feel it's very essential to know your present and future if you are very much in terms with your past. So that's why I'm taking you back to my childhood experience. Uh, in early childhood, I used to get those like hate comments, and that just made me a rigid person. I used to not take criticism very well, like early teenage years. But slowly and slowly, because at times, like, how is it said, like, time heals everything. So with that factor that scars are there, but it heals so much that I don't really care now. And once you are in front of the camera, once you are in front of like the mercy of people, you should care less of what everyone else is thinking. Just do your work. That doesn't mean that you have to hamper or like subsidize or something like that your abilities to impress them. So what I did was I just thought of giving away the disease of pleasing people because
Good.
nowadays everyone has that disease of like pleasing everyone who's around them. Like
Yeah.
even if they tell you something which is not right. For example, I got a comment. I remember I posted. They said, "Oh, it's just the iPhone. You've got the iPhone, and you're just good looking. That's why now."
It's
I'm
like,
like,
so you just need to look good and have a good phone. Like,
yeah, I was
okay.
like, okay. But I didn't reply to that comment, because I felt like if I did reply to that particular person, it would feed his ego more. So it's better sometimes to ignore the hate of criticism that's been like around you, and just look at the positive aspect. Because if there's like 10 comments in your post or like 10 good messages on your like chats, even though there's one negative, you should see on the positive brighter outlook that there are 9 positive messages for you. And that's how I used to perceive my life till now, in that a good experience. And now that I look up to many messages or comments, I try to be very precise and crisp and just be diplomatic as a whole, and just don't put forward that, okay, you are just trying to bring me down, you shouldn't do that. Everyone has the freedom of speech and they are entitled to say anything, but don't get affected by that. That's what I'll suggest everyone would watch it.
Yeah. It's definitely hard to, or it's a good tip to like try to focus on the positive, but it's definitely not easy. Like, I definitely don't consider myself an influencer. I don't have nearly as much reach, but like I do educational political posts on Instagram. So it can get pretty messy, especially like I had one post, the earthquake in Haiti happened. I believe that was 2 years ago, if not 3 years by now. I made a post about the history of Haiti and why that factors into the really bad situation that Haiti finds itself in now. And it actually got reposted by like an actress from Pose. And I don't know how that happened. um, and I remember I was super happy that people were seeing the post, but I was obviously also going through the comments, which was not a good idea. Like, I got accused of like stealing content from pages I never heard of before. And like I got comments on my own page that were really weird and like trying to accuse me of certain things. And it's just like, I don't understand any of this. So it was very mixed feelings for me to navigate the, oh, this very important information that I care for is out in the world and people are reading it. And on the flip side, like people are accusing me of things that I had no idea. Like it's social media is
It's a pretty mysterious place overall, I'd say, because as you said
real.
about your experience, I know that if people have said something, for example, accuse us of you something, you cannot take your head out of it, you know? It's there for some days, some weeks.
Wow.
You'll be like, did I do something wrong? Did I like hurt the feelings of that person? But you know what you should see on that aspect? That you are growing. And when you are
Yeah.
growing, you will get a lot of opinion. And that's
Oh,
how you
yeah.
going forward.
Yeah. And I mean, part of it is like, obviously political content gets a lot more emotions and is more polarizing than a nice outfit. I mean,
Yeah.
there will still probably be people that be like, oh, that's an ugly outfit or whatever negative thing people have to say. But obviously, when I started creating that content, I knew I was going to get some backlash. Like, for example, I also can't promote any of my posts. Instagram won't allow me to. So also be mindful of that if you're starting a content. Political posts are, yeah, the platforms don't like them.
That's
um, but yeah, at the end of the day, social media is important and it only is growing in importance, not only for like private lives, but also for businesses. Like you already said, you got like offers to do ads and like collaborations with certain brands. Do you generally have tips for people who want to be successful on social media, who really have that urge to have this influencer presence and, you know, monetize their business?
I mean, if you want to start a successful social media presence, we can definitely help you with that. I have some like curated points for you guys. And before that, before jumping into like every single nitty-gritty details of how to start a successful social media, I just want you guys to not think that, okay, these points are going to be too much. Just believe in yourself and just go on. I'd say. The first point that I believe is very helpful for people who are starting social media is defining their target audience as a whole. Um, many people don't know their audience at all. They don't know what they want, what type of content they like as a whole, and do they even want to engage with your stuff. So I believe that building engagement and resonating with them is very essential. So do uh, determine who your ideal audience can be or could be. And choosing the right platform is also very essential. Uh, it's not only about Instagram as a whole, it's about whatever platform you're choosing, be it YouTube, LinkedIn, Facebook. Just try to choose the ones that align with your brand and messaging as such. You also don't have to be on every platform. Just focus on the ones which provide the most value to your audience. The another point that I can tell you is just develop a content strategy as a whole, because creating a plan for what type of content you will create and share on your social media accounts, they can really help you grow as a whole. So just go on, plan all your contents, develop it, because that's what I do. I use Notion to develop like contents and just be on track as a whole. You can use that too. And also be consistent, as I told you before. If you're trying, I was not like very consistent as at first. And I'm very honest with you all. I still am not, because obviously I have to cater to my work and then university, then there's social media, then there's everything else like miscellaneous stuffs, and you can't be like everywhere like every time. But nowadays, what I feel is I schedule my post beforehand, so it's like people know that okay, the post is coming, and they're not like waiting for it. Like, okay, what are you doing today? We didn't get a post because my friends are like communicating to me that okay, we haven't received any post today. What happened? Are you busy? So I was like, yes, I'm super busy. But yeah, you have to just go on, create stuff, and just be consistent at the whole. Lastly, I'd say just engage with the audience, respond to comments, messages, try to build relationships, encourage
Good.
conversations, because that's how you'll get a feedback on the opinions of the people. So these are some nitty gritty details of how to go social media.
Yeah. I mean, it definitely shows that you have like actual marketing experience because it like I mean it's you everything you're saying is true. Defining your target audience, who are you creating the content for? It's super important. Do you also have some tips for like how to be confident in front of the camera? Um, yeah, anything in that order, or how to be like super creative about your content.
Before starting with that, I know some of my viewers might think that, okay, this is my topic. My topic has come. I need to know about how to be confident in front of the camera and such. But it's not about the camera as a whole. Uh, Sometimes if you're outside, you'll think, okay, what will the people think about me if I take the picture here? What will they perceive of me? Honestly, they don't even care. They're going to look at you for 10 seconds and they are going to forget about you. And that's what it is. So I know being in front of camera can be very intimidating as at first, and especially if you're not used to it. But I believe, however, if you practice and have the right mindset, you can learn to feel more confident and comfortable. So some tips from myself that I can tell you is that prepare yourself, make sure you're well groomed, dressed appropriately for the specific occasion. Just feeling good about your appearance as a whole, because if you're feeling good about yourself, you can boost confidence. That's very essential to boost confidence and just be true to yourself as a whole. The another point I can say is practice your poses and expressions. Spend some time practicing in front of the mirror as a whole. That's what I used to do. Okay, I have a photo shoot, for example, I had a photo shoot back in India, and that was like my first photo shoot. So I was like freaking nervous, like what could I do? I don't know. They might know that this is my first time, and like you're very nervous. And what I did was I started practicing in the mirror, like this, that, and like I'm super confident that now I'm going to like just pull it off, and But yeah, as it is said, like practice makes a man perfect. So yeah, you should practice and just go for it as a whole. And lastly, I'd say is just relax. Take a deep, try to relax your body because tensing up can make your face, your body projection, like project you as a whole like tensed. Because those behind the camera, if there's a crew or just the camera or the audience who's there, they might know that okay, he's nervous, he's shaking a bit, he's having that expressions on his face. Just be relaxed, take a deep breath, and just go on.
So basically, practice, relax, and practice more.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, nobody starts off perfect. Nobody's a natural and knows which angle looks the best. It's very individual process. So I think those are very good tips from what I can judge. Obviously, I'm not a fashion influencer. It's that way.
You look like one though.
Thank you. I mean, I like fashion,
Yeah.
but I'm just lazy. When it comes to that, I don't like, I feel that's just my perception. Like fashion influencers are, in a sense, lifestyle influencers. They market a certain lifestyle, and I don't feel like doing. I don't want to go to a cafe and get pictures taken of me. Like, no, then I have to look good. Like,
Exactly.
half the time I look raggedy as hell. So I want to go
You
out,
looking good though today. So maybe today you can take some pictures.
but then I have to go out somewhere.
That's true. That's true. Very true.
So no, after this, I'm gonna remove my makeup. Or actually, well, I need to go get groceries. So
Oh, I have to do that. Yesterday it was closed, everything.
I would take pictures at the grocery store.
Grocery.
No. Okay, I think that's pretty much it. Most importantly though, can you share your IG handle with us so that our listeners can follow you afterwards or check out your Instagram at least?
Yeah, perfect. I'll be happy to give. So anyone who's having any questions regarding the same can just message me or DM me on IG or LinkedIn or wherever you find me. But yeah, this is the IG handle, which is @midnight_rambler05. So it's midnight midnight.rambler RAMBLER05. So yeah, check out the IG and just let me know what do you think.
Awesome. Thank you so much. Then that is basically it for the day. Yeah, thank you for taking the time. We really appreciate your insight on this. Like I said, you have so much experience with social media, and being from the marketing side, you also have this very business and professional way about it. So I think our listeners will very much appreciate your insight and hopefully can use it for their career endeavors or personal gains or whatever you want to do with this information. All right. Then thanks for tuning into this episode and enjoy your day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Thank you for tuning into this week's episode. Studentisch is brought to you by DEGIS, the German Association for International Students. DEGIS is building the largest community of international students and is inviting you to become a part of it. You can find new friends and work-related experiences and get supported by, as well as give support to, other internationals in Germany. To join your new community, click the link in the description or alternatively visit degis.info. Also, don't forget to follow us on social media and obviously follow this podcast so you don't miss out on any of the episodes.